I woke up and had a wild hair to can some chili beans. I haven't put anything in a jar in a while, and I had a hankering to do some canning. So I decided to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I've had all the ingredients to do, and that's can some chili beans. These are a copycat recipe for the ones that you can buy in the store that have the black label with the yellow or the white writing on it. We always called them cowboy beans growing up. And my mom has tweaked this recipe, and she canned some the other day and she said they turned out great. So this is my mama's recipe, and I thought I would show y'all how we're doing it. I'm getting all my cooking times and pressure adjustments and all that from my Ball Blue book. Look, it's one that cost 35 cents when it was new. And yes, I know there are newer, more updated books, but I just love the old books because there's stuff in it that is not in the new books. So I'm going to keep using this. You do what you need to feel comfortable with your canning. I'm starting off by parboiling some dried pinto beans for about 30 minutes. And this is about 7 cups of beans here. I'm going to be making about 14 pints today. My canner will hold 7 quarts or 14 pints, and a pint is a more user-friendly size for the things that I need. So I've got my jars prepped. My beans have been parboiling for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to get everything put in the jars and then add all the seasonings. So I'm going to be putting about 3/4 of a cup of cooked beans. I allowed a 1/2 cup of dry beans per pint, which is what the book said, and with the cooking and swelling, it's going to be about 3/4 of a cup. And I am draining off the juice. I just want beans in it right now. And then I'll just add it to my jar, and so it'll be about that much. I may go back if I have beans left over and even everything up and give everybody a little bit more, but that's what we're working with right now. And I'm using some of my grandma's canning equipment today. She passed away back in February, and I was fortunate enough to get a lot of her jars and quite a bit of her canning equipment. So it's the first time for me to use some of these things, and it's very special. We had grand plans of canning a bunch of stuff together this summer, but she's in a better place this summer, so I'm canning without her, but I have her stuff, so it's kind of like she's here. Got my jars filled. I ended up filling them about 3/4 full, not 3/4 of a cup. As I got into it, I remembered what I had done last time that worked so well. So now these are ready for spices. So to each jar, I'm going to add, for pints, it's going to be a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cumin, 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder, and a teaspoon of chili powder. After you get all your spices in, you're going to fill with warm water and leave a 1-inch headspace, and then stick them in your pressure canner.
6, 8. Oh, you think I'll let you have these?
No, too hard for eat. So I am adding my water to the bottom of my pressure canner, and you want your water to be about this high up on the bottom of your jars. If you get a manual with your pressure canner, it will tell you how much water that is. It's usually 2 to 3 quarts. This is an antique and it was a gift, so it did not come with a manual, so I just go off of about that much. And I'm going to add probably another quart, and that'll make it about 3 quarts, and that should be good. And yes, I am using an antique pressure canner. They're my favorite. Whenever it was given to me, I went over it from top to bottom. I replaced all the gaskets. Anything that could have been replaced, I replaced. I did a dry run with nothing in it. It's fine. It's safe. It works great. Also, I forgot to mention, my jars were warm, so the water that I put in the canner was warm. Whatever temperature your jars are, that's the temperature water you want to go in your jar. So I've got my lid on, and I'm going to let this come up to a boil. And when this is spraying steam, whenever it pressures up and it's spraying steam out for 10 minutes, then I'll put the little jiggler on and start monitoring the pressure. Okay, so it's starting to build pressure. The steam is coming out of the vent, so I'm going to put my little weight on it, and now it'll begin to build pressure, and I'll monitor it, and when it gets to 10 or 11 pounds pressure, then I will keep it at that for 75 minutes, because this is pints. If it were quarts, it would be 90 minutes, but it's pints, so I'll let it go for 75 minutes at 10 to 11 pounds pressure. Pressuring is finally done. We're going to take the lid off. I've already undone it, and let's see how things turned out. No busted jars so far. That's always a good sign. Oh, would you look at that? Oh my goodness. Oh, it smells really good too. Oh, I already hear some sealing. Yay, well, I'll get the rest out and then I'll show you what it looks like. I can't wait to try these, maybe next week after everything has sealed, but it looks so pretty. I'm so excited.